Well, guys, good Sunday morning to you. Thank you for joining me today. Today's project, or to start of a project, is I need a corn head trailer. So for the bean head, I had that old cripes, I don't know, pre-ball bearing or pre-tapered bearings running gear for pulling the flex head. And that's fine because that old 930 Deere flex head, that only weighs, 4,000 or 5,000 pounds. The corn head, on the other hand, is heavy. So the goal is to get the chopper box off the running gear and get that running gear drug out. And I got a pile of steel I bought from work and some pieces that I accumulated and make a nice heavy duty running gear for a heavy corn head. So Dad taught me years ago the easy way to do these box on and offs is you get a couple drums and you put under the back beam, and then you bring a tractor in from the side here a little bit, as much as you can. Lift the front end up, it pivots on the drums in the back, and you take your other tractor and drag the running gear out from underneath it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, get this skid of, there are some big, they're like 3x12 rough sawn plank 16 footers. I brought them home from work because they would make a fantastic, either fantastic planks for equipment around here, or I was going to build a work table with them. I thought that would be pretty freaking sweet. That just ain't gonna get off of them forks, is it? Oh, I stabbed. Look at that stupid sucker. He's gonna hang in there right to the end, ain't he? That bugger. That sucker ain't coming off. I had to go hit that sucker off of there. Lift the rear end up like that, and I go put my drum underneath it. Just like that, the drum will just sit there, and I'll set it down, and then we'll go to the other end. Then I'll go find a tractor to pull the running gear out with. Well, there we go. So it's up in the air. This stupid cold steel with the snow on it, the steel forks and stuff, so the drum kind of tipped over backwards a little bit, but whatever, it's up. I just go grab a tractor, we just throw a chain around that front tire and just drag it on out of here. With the old 12 and 10 foot chopper boxes when I was a kid, it was a whole lot easier, but whatever, things move around sometimes, nobody got hurt, whatever. It's still a plan in action, guys. Let me go grab a tractor. Zero luck this week with the equipment on the farm. It's God, it actually feels really nice right now. It's like 20, 27, 28 degrees. Hey, buddy. And but I've just had zero luck with anything. Lost my ninja speed holding the phone. I just had zero luck with anything starting in the weather. Normally I did pretty good. Let's see how this old girl does. Oh, that's pretty every time. How can I ever get rid of the old John Deeres? They're like an old Hemi Cuda. 3 seconds of farm safety here. Now, there's a 99.9% chance I can just crawl in with my body on top of the tire and on top of that metal and wrap the chain and climb on out. But there's that 1/1,000,000th chance a hose can break, a bolt can break, something can break. So nobody ever got hurt, erring on the side of safety. I hope I did a good job when I was with apprentices out in the ditch of making sure that they were safe. So when I hook up this chain, I'm going to lay on the ground flat, and I'm going to throw the chain around the beam, and then climb on out of there. That way, if something ever happened, I'm on the ground, I'm safe. When I tied, they were hooked up. Side story, because I love to tell stories. When I was building cofferdams up in North Dakota, Jackass and Scratch, they'd run me into the ground every day. But we always made sure that we were somewhat safe. He had 25-ton steel rings we'd have over our head, and to hang them steel rings, we would tie our own cable and stuff. And I'll tell you, when you're tying your own cable and you're assembling your own bolts and doing your own welding, because you've got 25 to 75 tons above your head of steel, I guess it don't matter whether it's steel or cotton or tissue paper, the 75 tons or even the light 25 tons would crush you. Yeah, maybe not me entirely, but the average guy it would crush. And so by God, that was probably the best cable tying I ever did. All right, let's drag that out of there. Good luck, you silly bugger. There we go. I knew you'd see it my way eventually. Pull that rear end right on around. Bada bing. Easy peasy, told you. Here we go. We're in our, got it up into my workshop. My nice open air workshop. I gotta say, this is the weirdest shop. It's never been cool in the summertime. It's never been warm in the winter. And when it rains, I'll tell you, it leaks like a sieve when it rains in this shop. But the great thing is I have unlimited height room and maneuverability in this shop. So it really is nice working. Ha, yeah. So anyhow, I've got a 7x7 beam over there, a 20-footer. I'll just take this side off, get that beam over here. And then on this side, I don't know what I need for the back of the head to rest on. I got some 3x8, 3/8 wall tubing over there that a guy can do something with if I have to. Not quite sure. Not quite sure what's going to happen on this back. By rights, since it's a corn head, by rights it should be able to just sit down on here, and we should be good to go. And maybe that's what happens is I take that 3x8 and lay flat on this side, and then the head can sit on that 3x8, and then on this side I put that 7x7 and maybe lift it up a little bit. Not quite sure. Not quite sure. So here's the iron on this side, this left side here. This is the side we're going to load from with the combine. So that end's easy, just weld it up. This end I'll have to trim this gusset out and then trim this gusset straight so it can weld. That other beam's going to be coming right in here and landing right at this welding. And then just get him welded into place. I think these beams are a perfect length that by the time I square each end up, that will be the length I need. And then I grabbed this other one because I might cut a couple chunks. So this beam is 8 inches tall. So I might cut a slot. If it's 3 inches wide, I might cut a 3-inch by 10-inch tall slot with 2 or 3 inches on top here to put some 1/2-inch plate steel to make a saddle for the head to fit in, and then just put some ready rod or something across the bottom. Then then a guy can you can move it along the beam, because the beam will be standing upright, and so it kind of slips, so you can slide it along the beam where you need to be to get under the feeder house. You know, the feeder house of a corn head has them structural supports, and so then I can slide it to get underneath them. So that's the plan.